Hello everybody, and welcome back once again to Let's Play Motorsport Manager with the Phoenix Knights racing team. And what a session it was last time. We were in Doha, Qatar, where we rolled back the months. We rewound to last season where we were so dominant, and we got a 1-2 here in the Asia Pacific Cup. Sundin, thundering Sundin, got the victory. Valdes got second place, and as expected, he wasn't happy after the race. His locks were flying about as he was shouting expletives, convinced that Brian Potter had sabotaged his race by bringing him in to fix one of his parts. He was convinced he could finish the race. The telemetry said he couldn't, but he didn't listen. He's eventually calmed down. You know, he's calmed down now, but he was not happy. Whereas Sundin, she was beaming. A ray of sunshine, loving life. She's top of the championship standings, and she's eager to follow that up with some more hefty points here at the Phoenix Grand Prix. Right, I have advanced the time very slightly to the point where we are sorted with our improvements and stuff. I'll go through that very quickly in a second. What I want to just highlight is that I'm changing strategy at this moment in time. Our strategy at the start of the season in terms of designing our parts was to focus on next season's car. So going for the best parts, whether they were legal or not. I think we have got a good chance of promotion this season if we continue to develop our car with parts that we can use this season. So, and especially with such a high improvability with the chassis, that really helps us improve the parts. So we're going to design parts from this point forward that we can use this season, and hope that that will be enough to keep us near the front of the grid, and with some great drives and some good strategy give us a chance of promotion first time of asking. If it doesn't work out, we might suffer next season a little bit, but we're going to take that risk. In terms of the part reliability, oh for God's sake, are you kidding me? Go away, Phil. Yeah. In terms of the reliability and the performance, what we are doing is this race is crucial for the engine and both the wings. The engine is obviously sorted. The front wing is obviously in the 70s, not too bad. So we're focusing our reliability on the rear wing, crucial part, and the suspension. If we get both of these round about to the 70% mark, we might just put some time into the brakes, because the brakes are a little bit struggling as well. Performance wise, we've just gone for the brakes and we've gone for the suspension, but we're not putting any staff into that right now, so it's not going to really move much. We have sponsors available as well, so we'll sort that out before the race starts. And so the only final thing to do before we progress the time is to meet another team. Why not? We're getting used to this league now. So we've seen Ozu Motorsport, we've seen Kruger, we've seen Garuda. In fact, Kruger have moved themselves up to 7th place in the rankings. They're doing very good. So the next team we're going to meet today is Eastwood Motorsport. Now they were a team that started off, I think, also in the European Racing Series. And they were promoted in the second season, which we didn't see. Garuda were promoted in the first season, but both these teams have managed to stay up, so that's quite good for them. So let's take a look at them. There they are, a black and green car, Eastwood Motorsport. Their car, as we've seen, 6th best. They have the 2nd best drivers on the grid. Not bad at all, I suppose. We'll take a look at them in a second. The headquarters is not too bad. 3rd best. Their staff is absolutely horrendous. Worst staff in the series, and their sponsors are not marvellous. So let's have a look at their drivers. We can't see Shah, but if their drivers are the 2nd best in the series behind ours, then their lead driver must be pretty good. And from these stats, smoothness 18 or 19, overtaking 16 to 20, consistency 18 to 20. Then yeah, I think he's going to be pretty good. So that's Shah. They've got Kanjiro, who's their 2nd driver. Pretty much is a 2nd driver, but she's not massively horrendous. She just can't brake. And their staff lead designer Bellows can't design wings. Watson, race mechanic. Okay. And Billy Evans. I wouldn't hire any of them myself, but they're doing a job. So that is Eastwood Motorsport. They're going to be in and around the midfield, so we expect to see them, you know, tripping us over every so often. So there we go. Right, we're going to move on. 17 days to go, and we have a political vote, which we don't really care about. We may be here next season, so it could impact upon us, but are we bothered if we remove a GP? There's 14 races in this series. It's already too long. So we're going to abstain, continue to increase our voting power, which currently stands at 9. I don't know if it can go beyond 9, but we're going to certainly give it a try. We're going to abstain. We're not even on this list. So it will neither benefit us or we don't struggle at it. We're kind of run of the mill. So yeah, abstain, not a problem. Looks like it's going to be tight. It's going down to the old Ernie Heckelrock, who has decided to keep the Vancouver GP. Not a surprise, extra GPs mean extra coin. Okay, so the GP will remain. Lovely stuff. Come on, come on, new wind tunnel. Don't worry, we'll be getting our new building soon enough. 8 weeks. We'll have a new handling development centre and a new simulator. Oh yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Okay. So, European Racing Series, it's the Milan GP. We've left them behind. We don't care now. We don't care what's happening in those lower echelons of motor racing. We just care about this division and above. Right, so we have our design, our part has been designed, and if I remember rightly, it was illegal. We shall double check. Yes, it was. Good for next season, should we still be here. But that is going to be the last of the illegal parts. Right then, so we need to think about what are we going to build? What are we going to build? So we've got one set of brakes. We don't have any wings. No wings. And our rear wings, 417. So we've built 2 suspensions that we're using. So I'm quite happy with the suspension for now. I think we should focus on the wings. I really do. Yeah, I think we're going to focus on the wings. Get a wing design here. So front wing, that just improves the reliability. It makes no difference really to us because we can't use... It's not going to increase the performance levels. It's going to increase the reliability. But it will unlock these that we can use. It's not a great part, this, is it? The rear. Let's try the rear wing. Let's try the rear wing. This could be better. Ah, that works. That's better. Yeah, I think this works. So we can actually have 2 new rear wings. This one is just plus 20 to performance, which is better than nothing. And then the next rear wing that we build will be this and then this, which will give us a bit of an extra boost. So yeah, that works for me. Okay, and this should be pretty quick to build. Will it be in time for the next race? Possibly. I don't think it'll be reliable enough though. And I've completely utterly forgot, as we now are only 3 days away from the race, to take a look at our improvements. Yeah, look at that. We're in the 70s. We're in the 70s here. So if we just use a very quick spurt of these 2 for 3 days, it'll just boost them to around about the mid-60s. So that should be workable. That should be workable. The rear wing is finished. Holy cow, that was quick. Let's build the next one before I forget. It loses reliability. It's not a problem. We'll work on that. This is pretty handy, because that's the -1 risk. Yeah, these components aren't marvellous at all, but this one here isn't actually that bad. Helps us in the race, and it's free because it's the designer's component. Interesting. Okay, we'll work with that for now. So this is the next one. The next rear wing that we're going to use, and look at that. Just about on par with the average for the series. That's very nice indeed. Right, there's a bit of a quandary now. Who do we give it to? We give Valdes the better brakes. He still has those. We give Sundin the better suspension. So who do we give the better rear wing to? Well, it's not going to be determined this race because it's just far too low reliability. But I think we're going to give it to Sundin. I mean, she's the one that's in the lead of the championships. She's the one that's performing well. She's the one that hasn't got a ridiculous hairstyle. I mean, it all points to her, doesn't it? It all points to her. So rear wing has been built. A second one that we can use. We are now at the race weekend. We will double check one last time. Oh, look at that, right up to 70% straight away. Absolutely bloody marvellous. Right, let's take a look at Sundin's car then. So Sundin's car, all the parts reliability are above 70%, which means we should not have to repair if we manage our performance effectively in the race, not push all the time. Valdes the same, all above 70%. So we're just about there with reliability now. Just about there. Finally. It's only taken 5 races. 4 races. 5 races. 4, 5, 4, 5. Sponsorships. Let's go for it. I don't think we're racing in the United Kingdom. So Football Manager. 1 million upfront 1 million upfront payment and 600 bonus for the qualifying and the race combined. Very, very nice indeed. We'll take it. This slot, we're not going to be going for a first place bonus. I know we finished first in the last race, but it's just not going to happen often enough. So we're going to go for the one with the most upfront payment. And that is Malt Whiskey by Ishikawa. And finally, slot 5, which is usually 3rd or above, 4th or above, 6th or above, round about that sort of region. Again, we're not interested in these. I mean, actually 3rd or above is probably doable more often than not. We're going to go for this anyway because it's got the biggest upfront payment. The quandary will be, come race day, do we risk it? Do we go for 3rd or above? Or do we just play it safe? We have a decision to make. Okay, so that's that sorted out. So what do we do? Do we go 7th or above, or do we go 3rd or above? I think we're going to risk it this race. We're going to risk it. I think we're going to do it. We finished 2nd in Singapore. We finished 3rd in Beijing. We finished 1st in Doha. We've never finished below 3rd this season. So let's go for it. If it doesn't work out, we'll change it next race. But for now, we're going to push for a podium finish and get those lovely. The only thing that's going to be a bugbear is that we won't qualify in that position. So we're automatically. Do you know what? Given that thought, that automatically halves our bonus, doesn't it? That halves our bonus to 650,000 because we're not going to qualify in 3rd. No chance. So we're only ever going to get 650,000. Max. So it makes no sense. Might as well play it safe. Might as well just play it safe. Okay, sorry I had to pause it there for a second. Anyway, so we're going to play it safe, change of plan, and we're going to dive in to Phoenix. Join me for qualifying. Okay, so practice is done. Sundin getting a respectable 12th. Valdes, well, could have been better. But we got the car set up. That was the main focus. This is what it's all about. Qualifying. Now, although there are less laps in this race than the last, I think it's because of the fact that it might be a longer lap, but because half of it is on an oval, on a speedway type circuit, the lap times are actually quicker than in Doha. So there we go, pretty good setups all round. Of course, going for the soft tyre. And getting out there, and as per usual, getting a banker lap to start. And then going out later to try and get that, that second lap in. Improve the time. So Sundin going out first. Closely followed by Valdes. Not want to be left behind, of course. Let's see if we can do it. Right, this is kind of weird because I've just received some very bad news. And I've already started the session, so I want to finish it, but hence why my tone is probably not quite as jovial as it was at the start of the session. So I do apologise, but yeah, the wind has been taken well and truly out of my sails. We always focus on Sundin on her flying lap, so what we'll do today is we'll give Valdes a shot. She's starting her flying lap. I didn't see what she did with the tyres and stuff, but Valdes has got perfect on the tyres, slightly overheated the brakes, and he's got a car in front of him, which is absolutely marvellous because it's just going to slow him right down just when he needs it. It's an Ozu Motorsport car, which we know is going to be slower than ours. His lap has been ruined. Absolutely well and truly scuppered. And he's not passing. There we go, just about gets past, and he's still not yielding. He's on an outlap, and he's just absolutely utterly screwed us over. Thank you very, very much. Oh, that's right, just overtake yourself. That's what you do on an outlap, isn't it? You just drive right past back the guy's on a flying lap. That's exactly what you do. Moron. Right, back to Sundin then, who is now coming round to finish her flying lap. She crosses the line. She sets the purple time, but of course she was first out, and that's probably going to be beaten very shortly. It is by Fox, who is 0.3 seconds faster. Is she in the MRT? I've forgotten. I think it's the MRT she's in. Fiore is probably going to start flying in a minute, because that's what she does. She flies in her chariot of fire. Okay, so let's put the speed up a little bit here. Yep, look who goes fastest. It's Fiore, but only by 0.061. Not like the last qualifying session where she blitzed the field by 1.5 seconds. Sundin's falling like a sack of stones. We're going to need to improve our times on our second laps. Right, we're going to just come in, we're going to rest up, and we're going to go out when there's about 2 minutes or 2.5 minutes to go. It's just luck of the draw whether or not you get a clear track at this point. Weather is dry, it's going to remain dry, temperatures are reasonable. 23, 24, 25 degrees. Sundin wants to go out now. In a moment, dear. Don't rush me. We're actually going to send Valdes out first this time. Lots of cars going out at the moment. We'll wait for them to pass. Right. Oh, no. Let him pass. Right, go. 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 Sundin, same with you. Go. Give her a fresh set of tyres. Go. She can have enough time. It's touch and go, you know. It's touch and go. Right, Valdes, here we go. He is warming his car up. He's got a relative bit of open track, depending on how fast the guys ahead of him go. That's not too bad. Sundin has got much clearer track, but she's got a car behind her. Just don't let the damn thing past you. It's an Eastwood Motorsport car by the looks of it. It's number 17, who is Zarate. That's not. That's what was the team called? It's not. It's that team. It's that team. What are they called? Zarate and Ingledew. Oh, I forgot the name of the damn team. And he's getting too close for comfort here, Sundin. You've gotta keep him behind you, otherwise they're gonna ruin your lap. Valdes overheats the brakes again, but the tyres are perfect. Sundin a little bit better. She's off and going. Let's have a look at Valdes. Has he got clear track? Yes, he has. This could be good for Valdes. Here he comes around the first sector. Let's have a look at his first sector split. Only a 10th down on the pole position time. That is a good effort. What about Sundin? She's still ahead. She's still ahead, and she's only 0.07 seconds down. As we move to Valdes again. Coming now around to the end of the second sector, and the cars are getting in the way now, but he's actually moving out of the way pretty swiftly there. Not too bad. Second sector, still only just a 10th down. Sundin in the second sector. She is 6/10 down. She's had a nightmare here, and that's because Fox has gone quicker. Fox has set a faster time, so it's moved the goalposts. We are improving our time, but not going to 11th place for Valdes. Sundin still in 8th. Holy cow. So there you go. 8th and 11th. Kruger, that's the name of the car. I was just racking my brains. Kruger Racing, Kruger Motorsport, they call themselves. Right, okay, so 8th and 11th. I mean, Sundin's been qualifying in 7th, there or thereabouts, so it's not a massive difference. Molly Fox doing well. Fox and Fiore seem to be the two class drivers in this league. Sabado's hanging on to the old coattails occasionally, but he's been a bit hit and miss. It's these two, Fox and Fiore, who are constantly up there. 3 women drivers together, Fox, Fiore and Sundin. Right, it's race day. We could do with some rain, but it's highly unlikely. Highly unlikely. And because she didn't finish 7th on the grid, she's actually missed out on the qualifying bonus. So that's a double whammy. Should have gone for 3rd place or above in the race, shouldn't we? Never mind. Okay, so strategy. Let's take a peek. 15 lap race. These tyres last 7 to 9 laps. We could probably do a 1-stop. I really think we could. Only 15 laps. That is 1-stop territory. It is not a massive ask. With Sundin, I'm going to go for the conservative as per usual and just go for 3 5-lap stints and hope that nobody else 1-stops, because we're going to be stuck in traffic. But I'm going to risk it with Valdes again. I'm determined to make a 1-stop work, and I think if any times it can work, now is the time. The tyres should be able to last. It's a warm day, so we're not going to have to worry about tyre temperature, so we can conserve a little bit. Combine that with the fact that it's only 15 laps. I think we could make it work. If it doesn't seem to be working, we can convert it into a 2. We're using the softest tyre, so we are getting the bonus as well. We're not losing out on the bonus to the tyres. So I think we can make this work. I really do. So we're going to go for a slightly shorter stint to start with. So we'll go for a 7-lap stint to start with, because the tyres will be pushed quite hard at the start. And then the second stint we'll go for a longer 8-lap stint. But we're going to go 7 laps and give him only 7 laps. No pushing, no going too hard at this. Just cruise around and see if we can make a 1-stop work. It's a risk. It really is a big risk, considering that we really are trying to win this Constructors. Should perhaps play it conservative and just go for regular 2 stops, but this just seems like a prime opportunity to me not to be missed. So Molly Fox on pole with Fiore in 2nd. We'll just quickly whiz down. Navarro in the Esprit GP in 3rd. McNeil is Andre Sabado in 4th. Vidal in 5th. And Woodford in 6th. Moreno in the 2nd Esprit car has got 7th. And Sundin qualifying in 8th. Not quite so happy there. And Valdes is where he usually is. It's in the race that he excels. He's not concerned. Or he should be, because he's on a one-stop strategy. So here we go. The lights are on. We're about to get racing here in America at the Phoenix GP. And it is go, go, go. And both the drivers have got off to good starts. A little bit of a block there to Sundin. Valdes' momentum has been quashed. But she's flying around the out. Look at this. Where is she going? She's hit the turbo boosters. She's up into fourth. She's into third. She is absolutely on fire here. Sundin is flying around this circuit. She doesn't give a care in the world. This makes me think that she's lighter fuel than these guys. It really does make me think that. It makes me think that she's lighter fuel. Right, we can't afford to push too hard with Valdes. He has to make this one-stop work, and tyre wear could be an issue. So just turning it down as Sundin just absolutely goes flying away. She's in third. She's purple sectors. She's pushing hard. Navarro, is he going to resist her charms? Who knows? I think these guys are one-stopping, which means that she's going to have to really put... Look, she's absolutely she's off the track there. She's so much quicker than these guys that I really do think they're all one-stopping. Right, Valdes is going to have to now move it down. Okay, so let's see how this works out here. This is going to be an interesting situation to find yourself in. We're going to go down to high. I think she could be lighter fuel than the rest here. I really do. First place is Fox. What the hell happened to Fiore? She's dropped down to 6th. Didn't even see it coming. Didn't even see it coming. Valdes is in 8th. He's just now. Oh, what the hell is he doing? He's battling with somebody. He's just absolutely. It looks like he flew past him. I think he's maybe defending. His pace isn't bad. It's all about the tyre wear. It's all about the tyre wear here. It's got to make these tyres last as long as possible, at least to lap 7. I think it should not be a problem. I don't think it should be a massive problem. Sundin is looking for first. She's on the tail. She's on the tail of Fox. She's pushing, pushing, pushing. Pushy, 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 pushy. Gonna go medium for now. See how much fuel we've got. She's absolutely on the back of Fox now. Fiore's in 6th position. Valdes is still in 8th, but we're here about... It's all about Sundin at the moment. She's going for the 2-stopper. Completely different strategy to Valdes. Right, let's have a look at how many... We've crossed the line, and there's a bit of excess fuel there, so we can go into high. We've got a bit of excess fuel. Only 2 laps to go, so we're going to push on the tyres as well. She's going to try and take the lead now. We've given her the instruction. Get past Sundin. In case these people are one-stop strategies, we need to push. We're on the 2-stopper here. We could convert it into a one-stopper by having a real long second stint. Should have to use medium tyres though, and that would be very detrimental. It would be very detrimental. I've got a feeling that these guys are one-stopping. I really do. We're just far too fast in comparison. I mean, their tyres are only half worn. They can easily last. Yeah, I think we made a mistake with Sundin here today. I really think one-stopping is better. I really do. She's coming into the pits now, and I'm kind of apprehensive about giving her only 5 laps of fuel. I don't think other people are doing this. I don't think other people are doing this. Can these tyres last? They are never going to last in a million years. She'd have to go medium. She doesn't get the bonus. She doesn't get the bonus. She will come out last, but she will get clear air, and she can make this work. Oh, I don't know whether to convert this into a one-stop. I am completely, utterly in the unknown. I'm just going by the complete and utter pace that she's got compared to the other cars. It makes me think that they are not 2-stopping. They're one-stopping. God, I so do not know. They've got to be. They've got to be one stopping. They've got half tyre life left. We're going to have to do it. We're going to have to switch her to a one-stop strategy. Unless other people start showing me pit signs. Is anybody else coming in the pit? It's far too early. Nobody else has got any pit signs. Not even looking like they're going to enter the pits. Not even a sniff. It's just Sundin. They're all the ones stopping. They've got to be. They've absolutely got to be. Which means that we have made a mistake because we should have made her go to around about lap 8 as well, and then she could have had 2 soft stints instead of now 1 soft and 1 medium. Yeah. So Sundin comes into the pits for a one and only stop. Here she comes. Just hope that she doesn't have any issues with any tyre wear or any mistakes with the tyres and things like that. She's out. She's out. She's going to have... Oh, I thought she was going to have some clear air. She's not quite in clear air, but hopefully they'll get out of our way pretty quickly. Yeah, this is going to be touch and go. Valdes, on the other hand, he's coming round. He's got one more lap to do after this. His tyre temperatures are going to be going through the roof. One extra lap is going to be a little bit too tough on the tyres. They're coming in now. Maybe they are two stopping, you know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm still up in arms. This is a very awkward race. Very awkward. I don't know how it's going to shake up at all. Sundin is in 19th. She's on the medium tyre. The tyres are up to temperatures. She's just going to have to... She's going to have to now conserve a little bit. She's just going to have to make this work. Right, let me not get this wrong. He has to pit now. He's pitting for another set of softs. He's going to the end of the race. We're gonna... There we go. I could give him an extra lap to push, but we're not gonna. We're not gonna. We'll just keep it nice and steady. This is just absolutely touch and go here. He's up into 5th. Is this going to be these one and only stop? It depends what the other cars do. Are they going to one stop? Are they going to two stop? It's just unknown territory. The race length is just so awkward. There's Sundin. She's got excess fuel. Just going to turn the engine up a little bit and push for now. She's up into 15th. She's got a long way to go. She's got a lot of fighting back to do on the slower tyre. It's all about what the other cars do, and it looks like they're one stopping as well. It really does look like they are one stopping, which puts her in a very bad position. It really does. Puts her in a bad position. Where's Valdes? Where's Valdes? He's coming into the pits. Here he is. Here he is. How will he feed out compared to Sundin? We planned for a one stop with him, which means he's got the better tyres. There's a mistake with a tyre. It's costing him what the flipping hell! 7 seconds! A mistake? What have you forgot to bring the tyre out? How do you make a mistake for 7 seconds? That is completely ruined his race. Sundin is ahead of him now. And hers wasn't even a planned one-stop strategy. I do not believe it. They have absolutely destroyed his race. Good God. Where's Fiore? Where's Fiore? She's down in 14th. She's had an absolute nightmare. Our main title rival at this moment in time is nowhere to be seen. Sundin might just be okay for now. Just keep going, Sundin. Just keep rolling round. As she passes somebody who goes into the pits, she's up into 4th position. All is not lost for thundering Sundin. Sabado has pitted, so we're kind of screwed there. But Stramby has to pit. Fox, is she going to pit again? I don't think so. 5th place is looking pretty racy. Right, we're going to now go to normal tyre. Normal tyre life. This 5th place is an Ozu Motorsport car. Do not let him pass. Thou shalt not pass. We're going to go with high for Valdes. Keep the tyres on normal. Still quite a way to go. I mean, if these guys had to pit again for a second time, it would be absolutely awesome, but I don't think they are. Valdes is out of the points and is absolutely screwed by a pit stop. Sundin is in 4th. She's somebody's in the pits. It's Stramby. We're on the podium. The 2 cars ahead of us, I don't think, have to pit again. And look at that. Car troubles for Tyler. Absolutely perfect. Car troubles for Tyler, whereas our car is looking not too bad. We haven't pushed it at all. We've got lots in the tank. We can push if we need to. Tyre wear is looking on the borderline. Valdes is up into 9th. He's coming into the pits. Look at that. We're catching to 2nd. We're catching 2nd. We're also catching 3rd a little bit as well. Sundin, she ain't done yet. Look at, she's not done yet. She is not done yet. 4 seconds. Can she do it? Five laps remaining. Tyre temperatures are a little bit ropey here. Just turning them down slightly, turning them down for both cars. Tyre wear could be an issue. These 2 guys aren't pitting. I don't think they're pitting again. 4th place Vidal is catching us. He's looking pretty good. We're struggling with tyre wear, having to turn it down to conserve. The temperatures are a little bit high. Oh, I can't watch. I can't watch this. Sabardo seems to be struggling a little bit. Come on, Valdes. Can you get some points here? You're on the softer tyre. Everybody else is on the mediums. Sundin is still in 3rd somehow. She's closed the gap to 2.8 seconds. It is so close. Valdes is overtaken. He's overtaken for 7th place. He's he's side by side. He's side by side. Oh, he's dropped back again. 54%, 47%. Oh, the tyre wear is going to hurt us. It is so going to hurt us. I don't think we've got enough in the... I don't think we're going to do it with the tyres. Three laps to go. 20% tyre wear in 3 laps. That is just not going to happen, is it? It's just not going to happen. Valdes in 8th. There's no way they're pitting now. No way they are pitting now. Engine problems? Oh, 28% on the engine. Engine is beginning to pack up on us. He's pushed the engine for quite a while. Look at Sundin. She's literally on the back of Fox. She is literally on the back of Fox. We're going to put her into overtake mode here. We're going to put her into overtake mode. They're in a similar boat to us in terms of tyre wear. Sabardo's a little bit better off. We could nip ahead of Fox here. We could nip ahead of Fox, pushing that car engine, pushing it as hard as it can go. We smell a 2nd place. Sabardo isn't that high in the championship compared to us, so we can afford to let him win a race or 2. It's not a problem. Come on, get past Fox. Come on, Sundin. Only 1 lap to go after this. The tyre wear should be okay. It should be just about okay. For the last lap, we might just put it into normal to try and get past Fox. It is so tight. Sabardo is beginning to pull away. He's found an extra bit of boost. They're not looking too healthy. Ignore the parts. Ignore the warning signs. Ignore them all. Just push. Push. Valdes might as well just push now as well. Just go for it. Just go for it. You might as well. The end of the race is here. Go in neutral. She can't afford to go in neutral. 5% tyre life. Oh, the tyres are going to drop off this lap. Literally. Low fuel. We've barely got enough fuel left to finish the race here. And 4th place is Where's he doing? Where's he got the extra boost of space? Where's he got that pace from all of a sudden? This has been a... Oh no. This has been a race to forget for Phoenix Knights. This is by far the worst race of our season. Oh God. As we come around now onto the final straight, if you will, 4th position. And 8th place for Valdes, outside the points. That was a tough one. That really was a tough one. Talk about bringing you back down to earth with a crash after the last race that went so well. I think if we'd have given Sundin the soft tyres to start with, and the soft tyres second as well, like Valdes, so done a sort of, you know, an 8-lap and a 7-lap stint with the soft tyres for both stints for Sundin, I think she would have been contending for the race victory. Because don't forget, it was Valdes' stop that put him so far down. A massive mistake put him out of position. So the pit stop cost Valdes points today. Absolute nightmare pit stop. Must have forgot to bring out a wheel or something. God knows what happened there. And the trouble with Sundin is that we switched from a planned 2-stop strategy to a 1-stop, which meant that she went far too long on the medium tyre, really than ideal. So yeah, all in all, quite a catastrophic strategic race. But somehow Sundin still managed to pick up some semi-decent points despite our failings. You win some, you lose some. 5. Oh, well, look at that! Look at that! She has absolutely made up for it, because she's not only got 4th place, but she's got 2 points for the fastest lap, which means instead of getting 3 points, she's got 5. Those 2 points could be vital come the end of the season. So she's effectively almost got a 2nd place finish there. You know, 5 points, not bad at all. Where's Fury? Oh yeah, she's in 12. So the Drivers' Championship, Sabado's race win puts him up the table, but Sundin still top of the pile, 3 points ahead. Valdes stays in 5th with 7. Fury drops down, of course, with no points today. She's on 20. Molly Fox 17. And for the constructors, we're still top, 8 points clear. All we need to do is take it a race at a time. The amount of things that have happened to Valdes this season is unbelievable. I don't know what's happened. What happened in the first race? He spun off. Second race, bad strategy. Bad strategy call. Third race, was it the third race where he did well? Was this the 4th race or the 5th race? Let's have a look at the calendar. Let me wrap my memory here. So yeah, Beijing, was that the one the 1-stopper? Okay, yeah, we had 4 races. So yeah, crashed in that race. Bad strategy call in that race. Did well in that race, but had to come in to fix a part. Or had to fix a part as part of his 2nd stop, which meant that he didn't win the race and Sundin won it, otherwise he would have probably won the race. And now, a massive error when changing his wheel in the pits. Every race, something's gone wrong for Valdes. Sometimes his fault, other times the team's fault. He's just not catching a break, is he? All in all, we move on. Not a good race for us, but we still managed to pick up points. We're still top of both tables, so it's not that bad. It really isn't. And we've got to look forward to putting some new parts on our car before the next race, which is only in 10 days' time. It's a quick turnaround here. So join me next time for Vancouver GP. Can we bounce back and get something right? Fingers crossed. Till then, see you soon.